that energy, you know when you're pushing energetically, you're trying to make things happen, and then usually that thing goes further away from you, because it's like you're a magnet repelling that item. I find that if you just relax and kind of let things be, what your heart's desire will come to you if you let it come to you naturally. That's my experience, and I've walked away from it several times just to test it out.
And the positivity, which if you follow her online, you know, and this is good, this is an important thing. I know it sounds cliche, but what you put out to the universe, positivity is much more rewarding and it gives back to you rather than focusing on the negative. It's like, oh, none of this thing, my dreams aren't coming true, blah, 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 blah. You can't really focus on that. Stay positive and say to yourself, this is my goal, this is how I want to achieve that goal. Whether I know there's a lot of animators, future animators in the audience, future actors, future audio engineers and producers and editors and all that stuff. I think it all goes along with that path. Believe in the positivity. If you focus on the negative, then you're just going to wallow in self-pity and you're never going to get anywhere.
And then you're just going to be a complainer.
Then you're going to be a negative Nancy that people unfollow on Twitter or Facebook because no one wants to read your
But let me give you a real life example of what I'm talking about. Skullgirls, I'd never heard of it, didn't know what it was, but my friend Christina V sent me the audition. I love my Miss V, and I'm like, we've never gotten to really be in the same room together. We work on the same projects, but we don't get to be together. I'm like, you're directing it? Hell yes, I'm auditioning for this. They didn't have any money to pay very much at that time. They were just kind of like, well, we might be able to pay you something. But I didn't care because I really wanted to, I followed the love. And when I feel that love feeling, I'm like, oh, I'd love to do that. I don't never look at the price tag, always look at the love. And then, look what's grown. I mean, Skullgirls is an example of pure love. Everybody on that team followed that love train, and look at where that game is. All of the egrets that were involved with raising money for that game, that is from love. That is not from any other thing except from love. So if you follow that, that is no joke, and it is not a cliche. That is love.
Booyah!
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing to do with Skullgirls other than they're my friends.
And he's so supportive.
But yeah, because, you know, I try to reach out to people that I know that follow me on the social media stuff, play Skullgirls. I bought Skullgirls, downloaded it, played it. Like, this is awesome. They're just my friends. They sound great. It's a cool game. And then the charity thing happens for breast cancer awareness, and then it just goes beyond that with the DLC packs and all that. So I've never seen that kind of love come out for a project. Talk about an underdog kind of title. When Skullgirls came in, it was like a cult hit, right?
Yeah.
A cult classic, if you will.
We didn't. We thought it was going to come and go quickly. We didn't know, and they were having so many problems. You know, the company itself. That they started as Reverge Labs, and then they had to close down, and it became Lab Zero. Like it just seemed like obstacles were constantly in their way.
Yeah. And
unbelievable.
People come through. You think that's the future? Crowdsourcing?
I do. I think that we're all a piece of it now. You know what I mean? It's not just one individual person anymore. You have to stop thinking, I have to stop thinking as well, from the I standpoint, and it's about what can we do together, because when we get together like that, that is powerful stuff, right? It's pretty amazing. Yeah. Hello, Lou.
We talked about making connections and things and opening doors to the people you've met. Who would you say has helped you out the most in your career as far as stepping stones and going from to opening up the most?
That's a great question. I'm going to answer for myself. I'm going to answer. I don't know if the person literally opened doors, but energetically, meeting that person I felt was a turning point. There were two. Michael Dobson, because he was the first person. He's in a ton of cartoons that I can't think of right now. Anyway, he's the one that looked at me and said, "Why aren't you doing cartoons?" That changed my life. And Yuri Lowenthal. When I met Yuri in LA, we went to lunch, and I was feeling like, because I had walked away from a huge career in Canada. I was doing a lot of cartoon and just started doing video games. And I moved to LA, and nobody knew who I was, and I didn't have a work visa. It was really hard for the first few years. It was a real hard time for me. And meeting Yuri and just having a conversation with Yuri changed my attitude, it shifted my perspective, and it gave me a refocus back on what do I love to do and my passion. And that seemed to open a ton of doors for me after that. So I know he would never take that credit, but I would credit him. For you?
For me, with Dragon Ball Z, meeting Chris Sabat, he opened doors for that show. That led to me, my DBZ connection to being on the con circuit, and then I meet Steve Bloom.
Yes.
Steve Bloom, the coolest guy ever. He introduces me not only to multiple studios to give my demo to when I moved to LA, but he introduces me to his agent, who is now my agent. So it's like, wow, this is great. So I mean, and there's little pieces everywhere. And then my agent has introduced me to things, and then my studio connections working on Street Fighter have nothing to do with Disney. And then Disney does Wreck-It Ralph, and they're like, we want Street Fighter cameos.
That's how magic happens.
What? How did that? Wow.
And I do have to give a shout out to David Sobolov too. David Sobolov, he plays a ton of, he's on Transformers now, and he's one of the big bad voices. He's a guy who moved down here from Canada as well as me at the same time, and our careers started rebuilding together, and he's been a huge source of support, starting from scratch again. Okay, I feel like I haven't reached, yes. I like it, I didn't have to say anything. My great asking me, no, it's me, I know.
How do you go about creating unique voices for all your characters, and also
Oh, the icing like so tell me, Rich, she just recused her. See, I based that voice on the HAL 9000 computer in 2001. But when you think about it, listen to it, close your eyes, that's just his bedroom voice.
Yeah!
What are you wearing?
Woo! Girl, flat
I'm most bad boy.
For me, character voices don't come from here. They come from my body. I consider my entire body my instrument. And when I look at a character's picture, I look at, everybody has a place when they're walking, right? You have a center, right? Some people walk like Meg Hager. She likes to walk like this, right? So her butt's always out. And this is literally how I stand when I'm recording voice. Because that's the only way I can get to her character, that I feel it, right? She is a lot of, I get into the physicality. And even, so if I'm going to do a really young voice, I think really young, hi. So I'm going to be okay because this is where the kids are connected. They're still kind of brand new. They're in the world. It's really fun. And then there's the fresh eye voice. And you feel like, oh, everything's so sparkly and new. And then there's, the ones that are kids that you got, and that kind of just dictates the character right there. You're coming from the nose. And then you've got the throat. If you're coming from the throat, that kind of dictates the character too. So it's communication. I need to get something clear. There's the heart, there's the gut, and then down here is where I get more heavy for most of my life. And then when you get really low, that's when I start becoming a whole other person. Okay, your turn to pick for a while.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go pedo bear, why not? It's been holding his hand up the whole time.
Did you say the date for the new DLC?
I need you, honey, I really can't hear you because it's heavy. One more time.
Was there a date for the new DLC for Skullgirls?
For the voting, you mean for when Strictly comes out?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, because they're working their butts off right now, because obviously they know you guys want it ASAP, but they only have as many bodies as they have to get it going as soon as they can. It's probably not as soon as you would like. I would say months, because this type of thing takes months to animate. If any of you have worked in animation, you know how much, they don't want it to suck, right? They don't want to rush it in so it sucks. So just be patient and breathe.
I can wait.
She's coming, she's coming.
Schoolgirls is worth it.
Thank you. Roll out. Honey, I have to. If I were playing cheating, probably. It would be up to the button mashing.
I'd button mash, and we have a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, it's pretty even.
But come on, girl power. Seriously.
Rio's pretty kick-ass, though.
He can be. He can be.
That's tough. That's really
I don't know, it's tough. I don't know, I can't decide that latest meme, the photo meme from Japan. Some people are calling it Hadoken meme, and then other people are calling it DBZ. But you think about it, the Hadoken and the Kamehameha are the same thing visually, right? So, I don't know. I mean, luckily I do both franchises. It's like, well, which is it? Is it DBZ or is it Hadoken? I don't know. But some of them challenge me. It's like, you need to take a picture like that. Because it's like the Harlem Shake, kind of. So one person stands still and does the whole thing, and then someone else jumps, and when they jump, that's when you take the picture. So it looks like the energy blast blows them back. So people, you can go online and Google it. You can
I
see.
expect all your pictures online right after this.
Yes, see.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. It's too hard.
Okay, front row.
Wish we never. A character we wish we never did. Yes. Yes. I have a character. I wish I never did that so much that I put a fake name on it. And you will never know who it is. Why not? It was one of those jobs where I didn't know going in. It looked like a little kid's cartoon. It is a little kid's cartoon. And it's for really little toddler children, but it came over from Korea, and they didn't know, it was beautifully animated, beautiful animation, but it's a totally different culture, and the episode that my character was in my character was a little white boy yelling at the little black boy in really inappropriate manner. It was the worst job I ever had to record, and I took my name off it and put somebody else's name on it. I was like, and I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere, so you'll never see it, because of course our censors are smart enough to go, that can't be on television. But that was the worst ever. You just don't know.
So far I haven't had that thing where it's like, no, I will not do that. People are like, will you hentai? I don't think so. I don't think hentai's even done in LA, but I don't think. There's a lot that
Probably done in Texas.
made it born in LA. I know we got 10 minutes left, so
10
anyway.
minutes. Well, we got a lot of questions.
All right, it's your turn.
Yeah, you honey. My votes, Hebert, #1, Roxy, Umbrella. My little sister, you can't beat me up with that. Kiko, did you have one? Did you have a question?
How much time are you allowed to research your characters in a situation before you?
0. You walk in, you don't get the script, you have thousands of lines, you get maybe 1 take, if you're lucky you get 2 takes, and you're reading line after line after line after line after line after line after line, and there's a little word next to it saying angry in the middle of a fight. Very, very sad. And you have to look at that, use that as a direction, come up with some sort of interpretation that sounds natural and organic, and keep going for 4 hours in multiple days. That's pretty much a video game. So really, give props to those video game actors you love the most, because the people that work a lot are masters at making very difficult things sound very, very natural. They're getting 1 take, and that's what you hear. Wow. I'm sure they had a big budget for that, so I'm sure they had a little bit more time than just 1 take for that game. Some games are juicy like that, but most games don't have that kind of budget. Yeah.
I'm blessed to just do anything. I mean, that's a very common answer, but Wreck-It Ralph obviously is a big what? You know, because I wanted to be a cartoon voice actor first and foremost since I was a kid. But since I've gone from wanting it to becoming a professional, I just love any chance to get in the booth and work with these awesome people or work on these different projects. And I like the diversity. I mean, doing commercials or on hold messages may not be as cool as a video game character or a cartoon series or an anime dub or anything, but I mean, diversify. I think it's important to have an open mind. I never
I've been
envisioned
doing
that.
a lot lately. Narration for documentaries.
Nice.
It's been really fun. Really dark documentaries, but I'm really enjoying the process.
I do like e-learning modules for like France.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Take the shot!
It just got real.
Okay, so we don't have very much time left. Yes, beautiful ears. Anybody here play Hyperdimension Neptunia? Narrator and Blackbird Noir. You know what? That is one of those games where I got no information. The lines, I had to pump it out really, really quickly. So I feel like the way Noir formed was she was like, I went to a stereotype for her immediately just because they were like, hurry up and get this voice and we're not going to give you any information. But she ended up being really fun because the way they wrote the lines, she was so sassy. I really like her. I have a fond spot for her. She's kind of I think some people really love her or really hate her, but I like her. So, yes sir.
If you could live action Periscope or GA, would you take a
Shit.
What? Twin Fang over Fang?
Is that what you were gonna ask?
I just know Fang over Fang!
Young lady over here holding her arm up with her other arm. You gotta speak up, sweetheart.
This is what? This is my show now.
Okay, double arm. Yes. And I love the anime series too. I think they did a great job.
I've never played Persona. Yes. I mean, I voiced a 3D character, Mitsuo Kubo, right? And he's in a PS2 game, and I guess he's in the Vita game as well, but they just took the old voice tracks. I didn't record for it. And then he's in the anime, and it's like, oh. So we're recording the game, we didn't see him, but in the anime, like, this dude's creepy.
It was creepy as heck. I would tell my friend, you creepy zoid.
I know.
Young man with the glasses next to Chia. You get your arm up, then you put it down.
Who's the most difficult character you've ever voiced?
Oh, good question. I'm gonna go back to the answer of also the hardest, and then the job I changed my name. That was hard.
What's the question again? I'm sorry, I just zoned out. I just got an email about work. See, I love work. I love getting an email
I
about
wanted to.
work.
Did I get an email about work?
You might. You should check while I answer.
I'm checking.
What was the question?
No, just an email.
Really? Hardest voiceover character. I don't have a hardest voice character. What is really, really trying on the voice is just all the screaming from these fight games and RPGs and all that, like, "Ah!" We're going to do, actually, I'm doing a video voice acting panel, and you're going to be crashing that.
I'm gonna crash it.
Farland's going to crash it. And I've got some scripts, and I'll actually, if everyone's cool with it, we can get some people from the audience. We can do some fight sounds.
Crazy talk.
Yeah, so that's on the schedule. Check the schedule. It's coming up, I think, tomorrow at some point. Or tonight, I don't even know. But something's coming up.
I love your fuzzy hair. I want to touch it.
Kyle, what was it like being Kamina and growing long?
Awesome. Next, no. We've got a 2-minute warning here, so I will say that it's an awesome show, and I can't believe I got to play such a character. And yes, I knew about his fate on the first session. I said, congratulations, you got the fan favorite. Like, awesome, and he's gone by episode 8.
Oh.
You and Keith Silverstein, everybody dies.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Did you hear it?
What are your thoughts on the indie scene? And I can't hear that second part. Over that.
Are you kidding me, Jordan?
On the indie scene.
On the indie scene.
How do you feel about the indie scene, Kyle?
I think the indie scene is the future. I think the indie plus the internet.
So I hope you're making your own games because we want to work on them.
Crowdsourcing, yeah. Put your project out there. I mean, that's how.
And don't be afraid to ask people like us to work on them because most of the time we'll probably do something. We're easy like that. If we have the time, you never know. One more question. Oh my God. Oh my, it's too much pressure. Okay.
Erin, question.
Yes. Yes, you can. My top 3 favorite. Okay. My top 3 favorite characters to play. May Kanger. I love her. Abby Abominable, she's on